There we go. Now it's finally working. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, I'm going to grab my mic and we're going to just wait a minute, let some people roll in and just start pulling some cards. Um, as you guys know, it's a full moon in Gemini, and this is all about our communication. So I have several different candles lit just to be asking for clearing and purification of our throat chakra, of our just this kind of space, this space where we talk and communicate from. Let me get my mic. I forgot from the last time that I did this that I have to use Chrome instead of Safari to do lives, so it was a big old pain in the butt. I got everything set up, and then it wasn't right. Aha, okay. There we go. Aha, now it's in. Okay, perfect. It looks like we're at 6:30. Hey, what's going on, dude? Oh, I'm so happy you made it. Hi, what's up? Hello. Fantastic. Yeah, so my goal here tonight, guys, is to just jump in whoever comes like into the live, whoever wants like me to pull some cards for them. This is the opportunity for me to do that for you. Specifically the full moon in Gemini, like I said, I remember this time. Yes, yes, you did. You landed in here just on time. It's perfect. So I'm really happy to have you here. Hi! Oh, my friends. Yay. I'm so excited. I'm so excited that more people are in here. The last time I did this, I don't know if like anyone showed up. So yeah, I'm super stoked. I'm super stoked to be doing these readings for you guys to see what comes through. I know that, as most of you know, full moons are all about release. And oh, geez, Louise, release the cards. Hi, Medina. It's so good to have you. I'm so excited to have so many friends. So we're talking about release, right? And looking at what kind of things we're releasing, especially around like the truth of who we are, like how we communicate to others, what we communicate to others with regards to ourselves, so and like who we are and how we show up. So collectively, this is fucking hilarious. I just pulled a card really quick to see like, overall what's the energy we have going on right now, like who's coming in, and it says, "Here's a friendly reminder that the negative voice in your head is not you, and you are actually completely delightful." And that cracks me up because it's right off the bat, spirit's just like communication and your head and like the way you talk and listen to yourself, like that's freaking awesome. So I'm gonna leave that out. Um, awesome. Welcome, Frankie. I'm so happy to have so many like awesome people in here. I feel such good energy right off the bat. Um, so yeah, we can go ahead and get started. If there's anybody who wants me to start pulling some cards for them, pretty much whoever pops up in the chat with their like question or like me first or whatever, like I'm just gonna go off of who jumps in first. But generally speaking, it's going to be about what this moon is bringing up for you, what to be paying attention to, what you could be experiencing, what could happen over the next few days, like all that fun stuff. What might have been like popping up this week. So there's been a lot, but I think that this is great that this came through right off the bat because I'm sure that many of you struggle with this potentially as much as I do. It's like there's this voice in my head, and there's like a bunch of, I am a medium, so I have a bunch of voices going on in my head. But when it's my voice and this voice that's just like, well, you're not doing enough, and like all these things, that like negative voice, and realizing like, okay, that's just an aspect of me, that's not me here. So that could be something that's coming up for y'all. That could be something that's like really resonating strongly with one of you guys, that this voice in your head sometimes just pops up and you're like, why am I like this? And really, it's okay. It's not you. You're actually completely delightful. I love that. um, so yeah, so until someone drops in and like asks, hey, like you can start with me, whatever, I'm just going to see. Oh, here we go. Feeling a little stuck recently, trying to figure out how to use this full moon to help me find some clarity on my next steps. Okay, that's, ooh, all right. I know which deck wants to come out. That's really good, actually. So, like I said before, this full moon is all about releasing. So, if you're feeling kind of stuck, there's something that like wants to be let go of. Um, there's something that is just not suiting you anymore. There's like things that want to be released. There's like something that's coming to like a head. Um, could be a big thing, could be a small thing, but you know, ooh, right away. Okay, so we have the Two of Wands reversed. Interesting. This is really, I like this a lot for you, Frankie. So pretty much right now what they're saying right off the bat is like, and this is going to be different for everybody. So this is what I'm going to show you really quick. They're saying that like the reason that you're kind of stuck is because you're not allowing yourself the space to actually like go within. You're just trying so hard to move forward. You're so focused on this like, I just want this forward movement. I just want to be like going and whatever. And you're in a space right now where like there's no decisions to really be made because you need to just actually spend time in the slowdown, and embracing the space that you're in, like almost embracing the stuck feeling and understanding like it is temporary, but this is where I'm at right now. It seems like when we get the Hermit, ooh, and I like that for you too. The Hermit coming up upright with the with the Hanged Man is this beautiful gesture of how can I look at this situation differently? So whatever your situation is right now that you feel stuck in, yeah, yeah, this shit's no joke. Whatever situation it is that you feel stuck in, what they're asking for you to do is just have a different perspective. Take a little bit more time to just slow down, to just be more internal and be present with yourself with the intention of there's a new perspective that I can gain from being here. And when you allow yourself that, because I have a feeling that yep, Nine of Swords, you just like potentially worry about like what other people will think if you're not doing enough or if you're not showing up enough. And this is something like that the universe is just saying like you're going to lose yourself over that. So just making sure that you create the time for yourself to just get very clear with like where you're at and what you need. And sometimes what you need isn't like the tool to get you unstuck or the unstuck feeling. Sometimes it's actually some sort of like healing or something just needs to be brought to the surface, like something you've been thinking about or something that's been weighing on your heart wants to come to the surface. And once you like release that, damn, I love that too. Then you have the Knight of Cups. So once you allow yourself to kind of sink into that space, I'm so happy you're here. Graha, nice to catch alive. Cool. I'm super stoked. Um, once you release yourself from this space, you're going to like take off after that because these new like opportunities are just going to start showing up for you and like your emotional self. Um, yeah, so Frankie, definitely just like create some time and space for you. Don't worry about like what other people are going to say. I'm super happy that's exactly what you needed to hear, and I think that that's a big theme for you around this full moon is releasing like other people's judgment potentially or just like truly like letting go of feeling like the need to be doing something or like that you have to be something for everyone right now. It seems that you need to create some more time for yourself. So I'm glad that that's what you needed to hear. And I hope that that was really helpful. And just know that, like, if you spend some time tonight or over like the next day or so, really being like a little bit more internal, you're so welcome. Absolutely. It's going to be really cool to see like the revelations that you have and like what comes up for you, so that'll be really, really good. I'm excited for you. Um, and just to, I think, tap on that a little bit just for everybody watching as well, because I will be posting this like after the live. So for anyone else who does watch this, if this is a theme that you feel like is coming up for you a lot lately, doing any sort of like ritual around cleansing and clearing like other people's energies or anything off of you could be extremely helpful. That way you can create some space for you to just be like purely yourself, and you've like washed and cleared away anything else that's on you that isn't necessarily yours or that you don't necessarily want. So that could be super helpful. See, now this is where it's going to get interesting, because I feel like I usually read everyone with different decks. So we'll see. But now this one wants to come out. So we'll just see what happens with this one. But also for anyone who wants to know, thus far, let me see. I've used the Therapets deck. We have the Star Spinner Tarot. And I'm about to pull out the Mystic Mondays Tarot. This is a fun one. So there's definitely like another message that wants to come out through here. So we'll see. Love life. Cool. Yes, absolutely. So let's see what's coming up for you. Hope I pronounced this right. Radha, thank you so much for subscribing. I really appreciate it. Whoa. Okay. Friends. Interesting. So what I'm getting for you, yes, I pronounced it right. Okay, thank you so much. What I'm getting for you with regards to love life right now and like what needs to be, everyone's getting the Hermit. Okay. So something for you to take into consideration right now is like truly and completely and totally just being very authentically yourself. And I think that this is something that maybe you do like need and require a little bit of alone time to. I'm getting a really interesting. We do have King of Swords. Okay, so there could be like there's a few things. So there could be a very strong male presence in your life who could be an air sign. He's very, very intelligent, like very clear-headed, very good with communication. And if this is, oh yeah, you've been in hermit mode. Yeah, you got the hermit. You got the hermit right off the bat, and that's a good thing. It's upright. So it's definitely saying that like you, whatever you've been doing in your hermit mode, is paying off. It's definitely paying off, because I feel like there's been a lot of like personal reflection on like how you can really best embody yourself. Like this is aesthetically out in the world, like how you show up. It's really, really beautiful. And with the King of Swords coming out, this says a few things to me. Number one, it could be like an actual male presence in your life who is already present in your life, or who is coming into your life, who's very like intelligent, very clear. The other thing that's coming up for me is just like you, like coming out of this hermit mode and like feeling and seeing yourself in such a profoundly different way. And I think that, with the Ace of Swords coming out, that's really, really cool, because it's like there's a lot of sword energy, there's a lot of air energy. So you might have some air in your chart. But it's a lot about thought. I think that while you've been in hermit mode, there has been so much like personal self-reflection happening. Um, and the universe is just saying like this is the time for you to start to like come out with all of it, you know? Um, and we do have the devil upright. You're a Virgo. Okay. Um, so having the devil come out upright is also really good because that could mean that like you've basically spent some of this time leading up into this moon kind of going over like, well, what is it that I do that I don't really like that I do anymore? Um, is there some kind of like habit or cycle that you get into? It could be a thought pattern, it could be a literal, like actual physical habit that you're just like, this is not jiving with me or who I am anymore. Open back to new possibilities. Okay, that's no, I mean, that's happening for you. That's happening because the more that you're taking time for yourself to start to undo whatever it is that like might be holding you back from like becoming open to new possibilities, that's when you start to really step out and like very proudly be yourself. So releasing, I think a big part is going to be releasing that like fear of just fully and totally being yourself. And there is like really strong, beautiful masculine energy and like like a fresh start, new ideas, new opportunities coming in, which I really, really, really love that. And you have the sun. So I think the fact is like you want to be open to new possibilities and you already are. That's really close and around the corner for you. Um, And that's really wildly beautiful because I think that by you spending this time and taking this time for yourself, you've been doing a lot of self-work and like this is literally the card that's like, yeah, you're open. She's literally like you can't get much more like open and ready to receive than that, especially paired with the 9 of Pentacles. It's just this very, very strong like this is me and this is who I am and what I'm about and what I exude. And that's really beautiful, especially because that's like the whole energy of this full moon, um, is absolutely like, here I am, this is me, all that other stuff, no more. That's not part of me anymore. Um, that's really powerful. We do have the Ace of Pentacles reversed. So I think that, okay. Okay. The moon reversed and the 8 of Cups reversed. So like open to receiving. Yeah, yeah, 100%. Today is the full moon. Yep. Today we have our full moon in Gemini. So I think that this is really interesting. They're saying that, these are things you're all working on. This is all stuff you're working on. The outcome is extremely positive. It's very like open and clear and like we just said open to receiving. I think right now, potentially like recently and maybe today and the next couple of days, um, you're like not entirely ready to move. Okay. Not entirely ready to like totally move away from whatever type of like habit that is still being like dismantled, if that makes sense. You're still working through it. It's something you're still being present with. We have the moon reversed because I think that this is a great opportunity for you to just trust. When I see the moon reverse, it's just saying just trust in the universe, know that like there is divine timing, things will happen when they're meant to. And Ace of Pentacles being like you're not receiving exactly what it is that you want right at this moment, but it is right around the corner and something really good and positive is coming to you. So I really love that for you. That's awesome. That's really beautiful. So if it's like a brand new opportunity, whether it's in a current relationship or you're like seeking out a brand new like a brand new relationship, that's coming through in a very strong, healthy way. Especially because you've taken the time to do things for yourself and you're still in that space of doing it. So I think that that's really cool. It's super cool. I love seeing how people freaking like show up. Especially when I read and I get to see like how much everyone is doing, You're currently, oh, okay, beautiful. Yeah. So something like really, really positive is coming your way. I love that. That's really awesome. Ah, you're so welcome. I'm so excited. I'm excited to be able to do this. I've actually This is the first time I've had the opportunity to like read for people live and do a little back and forth, so it's really fun. I think another thing that can be a really big takeaway for everybody from Radha's reading is the more that we take the time for ourselves, the more we actually like do more for other people, you know? So if we're like seeking out a new job or a new relationship or a new circumstance, like taking the time. Oh, I'm so glad. Thank you. Um, really taking the time for yourself is what creates this clarity and creates this space to be very much so like, hey, this is me. This is what I'm about, you know? So make sure to create time for yourself. I feel like an oracle card has to come out. Hang on. Hang on. Sacred Creators Oracle. This is one of my favorites. And my friend Sam, who's also a reader here on YouTube, her channel is The Inner Empress. She's got all sorts of tarot messages, but she really does like specialize in like pregnancy and spirit baby messages. So if that's something that you guys are interested in, definitely check out her channel and subscribe. She's got such she is so gifted. So gifted. All right, so collectively, damn. I love this. The air energy is coming through so strong. We have creator air. All of the air energy, guys. So the element of air is all about our thoughts. So your thoughts create your reality, right? Creator air. So getting really clear with your thoughts, I think, is going to be potent and powerful moving forward. Just creating a very healthy and like good relationship with your headspace. And then we have limitations inspire innovations, which again, this is everything to do with our inner headspace, you know. Any type of like self-limiting beliefs we have are actually opportunities to propel ourselves forward. And like it says, to get really innovative. Um, you know, if there's something about yourself that you're not fond of or you feel like holds you back from being like the best like person you can be, the best partner you can be, like take a look at that. Those are your limitations are very inspiring. They can be. They absolutely can be. So with creator air, this is just like this huge message of like, yeah, freaking get into your thoughts. Really get into your thoughts. I love that so much. These are cool messages coming out. I'm really excited for you guys. I feel like, and this is like anyone who's here, who ends up watching this. I just have felt this massive collective shift over the past year. And I think more and more people are really getting into this space of like wanting to know and understand themselves and connect with themselves. So to see all of these messages coming up like so frequently and so clearly just like makes me really happy and proud of everybody. I'm like, oh, good job, guys. I know, isn't it beautiful? Oh, I really do. I love this one. And Ashley, it's in your sign, the Gemini. That's really cool. Trying to see, because I'll be on for a few more minutes. I messed up and planned this for me and Taylor's date night. So I'm doing my best to be like aware of time, but I also want to make sure that whoever's here like has the opportunity for me to read. Oh, you're a Gemini too. Ah, all the Geminis in the house. This is awesome. Very cool. And even, like Radha, you might have like air in your chart. So you might have um like your rising sign or your moon sign or like one of your planetary placements, you know. Um, so yeah, I think I have a little bit of air in my chart. I don't know where it is off the top of my head. We have an animal oracle deck that wants to come through. So I'm gonna grab that really quick. Oh my God, dude, you're a Gemini too. I didn't know that. This is awesome. It is literally a little pack of Geminis in here. I love this. I think that hang on. Whew, I'm gonna calm myself down. Um, I think that this moon is extremely potent for you guys because there's so much personal clarity that could potentially be coming through. Um, so yay, thanks for not falling. So this next deck is my secret language of animals. Geminis unite. I freaking love it. That's awesome. Little Gemini fam. Under the Gemini full moon. Yeah, so much about your communication, guys. Good. Oh, Aries. That's so cool though. I'm an Aries moon. So listen, I know that this might be a little bit. So for you actually being an Aries, I'd be curious. What I've noticed recently is that like I have had almost no problem expressing myself. Like I do not like getting angry. But I really allowed myself to like be present with my anger and release it and express it recently. And I mean, you know all about that Aries rage. It's a little rough. So I think that a really beautiful aspect of this full moon has been this push to be like, just be very authentic, be very clear with yourself and like where you're at and what's coming up and like all that fun stuff. I'm going to, I can't. Spirit's playing big time games. First and foremost, this is a bird card. Birds are associated with the element of air. Expression and communication. You can't make this shit up. You can't. Capricorn moon, so you're calm. Okay, actually, if I get any calmer, I'd be in a coma. But yes, I think I'm pretty good at communicating. That's awesome. So that's really, really cool. That's hilarious. Freaking love it. Um, yeah, it's great when you like feel and know aspects of yourself, but you can also be very like present in that emotion and not get like rocked by it. Whereas I'm a Scorpio sun and a Cancer rising. So sometimes I get a little rocked. Sometimes I feel bad about doing all of it. So, you know, it's a fun little process. But I'm freaking shook with this. The orange-bellied parrot, radiance, expression, communication, and acceleration. And I think that, you know, especially Rada, with you getting that Nine of Pentacles and it being this like peacock and this very like colorful, extravagant bird that is just showcasing itself. And even here, this little parrot who's just like beautiful and all about its like speech. Just being so clearly yourself. I would love to see what message comes out for this bird. Yeah, when Parrot flies into your world, he brings a burst of fresh energy and the gift of acceleration to your path. So I think everyone right now is, you know, slowing down a little bit because we have entered into, and I need to practice. I need to practice. I assume that I learn things once and then it's just like, oh yeah, I have it forever. No, I need to actually practice. But we have entered into like the winter season. And with regards to like the wheel of the year, please forgive me, I'm totally forgetting which one it is. But you know, everything's dying and it's going into hibernation and the life is dwindling a little bit, right? And I think that a lot of us, because we are very progressive people, we want to be productive and excited and like feeling good, could potentially struggle with this time of year. So I love that this little bird is just coming in to like bring some radiance, bring some energy. Exactly. Yep. Sowing the seeds. And that's so true. It's so, so, so true because that's what we've been doing, right? And that's what we are still even doing with this moon is by releasing and now setting intentions, right? So this next cycle, what are we working on letting go of and what seeds are we planting? Um, it's just really cool to see like what rewards you reap from that, right? And I think for most of us, it's going to be with how we express ourselves, how we communicate. I think things are going to start happening really quickly for everyone. But we go, yeah, big time hibernate, big time hibernate mode. Yeah, no, this is so cool. I love, love this message. So when orange-bellied parrot leaves the shores of its summer homeland on winter migration, It trusts the spirit of adventure and it brings all of its beauty with it. As you step out into the world, bring yourself with you in full color. This is not a time to hold back. You are the only one, but your gifts are bright and many. Release the pace of the past. Take a breath. This is your time to fly. So, yeah, even though it's like there's a lot of slowdown, I think so many of us are getting the message of like things are going to start happening pretty quickly. I mean, even myself individually, like got a reading recently, and it was specifically saying like you're going to start experiencing stuff so quickly. And even everyone in here, I feel like is going to start having like something shift pretty fast. So that's really cool. Um, yeah. There's so many cards. I love it. And like my heart feels so bright and it makes me really happy. And it makes me happy that all of you guys are here. And I also like I truly believe and love doing candle work. It's been a while since I've done it. I didn't get to do it as detailed as I wanted to. Usually I will carve runes into the wax. Like the Buddha statue, yes. Yeah, thank you. Um, it's my cozy little corner altar. Just happens to make for a decent backdrop. Um, but yeah, I think that even though I didn't get to do everything, like I normally carve a rune into the wax and I'll carve an entire mantra around the candle. And so no, with the candles, I actually just do like carvings into them, and sometimes I'll anoint them with oil. And then as they burn, it's actually releasing or calling in, depending on which way you anoint the candle with the oil. But for these, I was asking for like releasing and clearing, and that's why there's a white one, blue ones, and a gray one. So it's like protection and clearing, and specifically around the throat chakra communication. So yeah, super, super fun. That's something that I would like to start doing more of. I used to do it pretty frequently and it worked every single time. I do really enjoy it. But working with runes and doing like candle magic is very strong shit. So for anyone who's interested in that, I would definitely recommend like feel free to reach out to me. I would definitely recommend like learning a decent amount about it though. Because it's pretty potent stuff. But I'm going to let these like completely burn out so that everyone does like receive this clearing energy and this healing energy. Oh, that's so cool. Did it happen to be Algies? Because that's who I'm wearing right now. Ashley, why am I not surprised? That's fucking awesome. Ugh, I'm so happy you do that. It's like, it's such a beautiful tool. It's such a freaking awesome tool. Let me see. Let me get one more. Let me get one more message. Hang on. This is the one that wanted to come out in the beginning. Don't know anything about it. So the runes are sort of like an alphabet. Sort of, kind of, not really. Sort of like an alphabet. It's like old Nordic, really like magical stuff. I would definitely recommend looking up, I think it's called the Furthark alphabet. But it basically explains how like each rune is the symbol of an entity and who they are and what they do. It's really cool. All right. So last card that I'm going to pull out here is Enlightenment, moving forward. And I think that like this is just like so perfect. We've just been becoming more enlightened and like really truly tapping into, oh yes, Ashley, definitely do it. I think that you would really enjoy it. They are such potent energies, very cool to work with. But I love that we are leaving this space of this full moon enlightened. We've taken the time for ourselves. We've done some digging. We've like done some listening, and we're ready to move forward. We're ready to like really accept this energy of just, acceleration and movement, something new happening and coming into our lives. I'm so happy you feel it. Yes, look, and it's just like, it's one of my favorites. I love this deck so much. Keith's like, hi, Ashley. What's up? Yeah. And I think that Ugh, it's just so good. There's been this shedding, and I love that there's a full moon in the background of this card. There's been some like major shedding of some like self-doubt or like beliefs that just aren't yours or whatever. And you're like ready to go. You've dropped the dead weight, you know? So I really love that for you guys. But yeah, so I think that that's pretty much mostly like what it wanted to come through. Um, Unless anyone else wanted me to like pull something for them really quick, I'll like take a moment. Um, but yeah, I think that these messages are very strong, and I'm so happy you felt that. I'm happy that it's like resonating and coming through for everyone. And thank you guys so much for being here. It really means a lot, and it's what allows me to do what I want and need to do. You know, I am literally just a channel, and it makes me feel very fulfilled to be able to share messages and like tap into what anybody like wants and needs. So it just makes me really happy. My Cancer rising is like all mushy and stuff. Pursuing passions or business ideas. Okay. I f- I'm trying to see which deck. All right. Thanks. Pursuing passions or business ideas. I'll stick this guy over there too. No, it's okay. Let me see like what comes up really quick because I have a feeling it's going to be a pretty straightforward. Oh, okay. All right. All right. So, for sure, like for sure, there's something I feel like you've actually been holding yourself back from pursuing something, and they're saying start like start watering the plants. You know what I mean? You're going to start having like your choice of things really soon because like whatever, I feel like there's been some lack of fulfillment and oh, yeah. Um they're just saying like you have everything that it takes and that you need, and you definitely are someone who's in like a little bit of like a power seat, like someone who's very capable and ready to move forward with something, you know. And they're just saying like this needs to overcome this like feeling of not having everything completed. So with the 7 of Pentacles coming up, it's just saying like yes, please, like whatever it is that you do want to start pursuing, just start feeding it. um, okay, I get that, and, like, look, I understand how hard it is when your family's not very, like, accepting or they don't really think it's a great idea, um, but just prove them wrong. And I say that because I do just sense this, like, lack of fulfillment. Like you said, it's been bugging you, and literally the Emperor is the Aries card. So this is just showing up, and it's like you are the ruler of your life and your world, and nothing should hold you back from that. So they're just saying like, "Oh, okay, I get it. Yep, that's and you know what? That's fine. If that's not what's gonna make you happy though, like just don't do it. The more that you do things to, like, please other people, the less happy you're gonna be. So, whatever ideas you have or things you want to pursue, start I'm seeing, feeding stuff a little bit, you know? You're very welcome. Take the time. Take the time to feed whatever it is, whether it's, like, starting to practice something new a little bit here and there, like, putting out feelers for other jobs, doesn't matter, they're just saying, like, stoke the fire a little bit, you know, start watering that. Um, and I totally understand that. Totally understand that. The more you can be selfish and selfish in a way that's not like, well, screw everyone else, it's just about me. Um, the more you can really just say, like, I do need to focus on this for myself and like do it for myself, you actually are able to feed yourself more and therefore provide for everyone else. So always start with you. It's like when you're in a plane and they're like, put on your like oxygen mask first. It's the same concept. It really is. Who's coming towards me in love for the rest of the year? You're not seeing anyone. Well, right off the bat, the Knight of Cups flew out. So that's really exciting because I think that someone is going to approach you and offer something to you. We do have the Queen of Cups reversed and we have the Six of Cups reversed. So I think what they're saying is like, and the Ace of Cups reversed. So they're just saying like, don't rush it. I think that you're actually going to have like more options than you think. Um, Good. I'm so glad. You're very welcome. Definitely work on it. It's a process. Um, and please forgive me if I'm pronouncing this wrong, but Kanupriya, you'll definitely have like options, like people coming towards you or offerings. And I think that with the Queen of Cups, the Ace of Cups, and the Six of Cups reversed, what these are really saying to me is it's like, don't like settle for anything. Don't settle for anyone. Make sure that like you're like fully fulfilled and happy, like just on your own in general. But know that like there's going to be options. There's definitely not just like one person's going to come up and you're going to be like, okay, this is totally it. I think you're going to have a lot of options. And just knowing that, like, as long as you are fulfilled within yourself first, like the right person really will come in and like provide a lot of like, I think emotional support and a lot of like romantic connection for you. And there will be a new start. But just don't like force it. Don't rush it. Don't think that the first one that shows up is it. There's going to be like, there's going to be options, is what I'm hearing and like seeing. So, yeah, that's my whole spiel. I'm gonna cut this one off here. I'm gonna plan better next time so that I have more time. So I apologize if this was brief, but I so deeply appreciate every single one of you coming. Yes, yeah, no, don't force it. Just let it flow. You'll know. You'll know. That's how I ended up here. I was like, oh, I just knew. You're very welcome. But thank you guys all so much for coming. I hope that everyone like received what they needed to receive and even potentially could watch the playback and just be like, oh, like, something might like perk up your ears or whatever. But lots of shifts have happened. So I'm really proud of all you guys for really like just going with the flow. You're so welcome, Ashley. Thank you for being here. It makes my heart really warm. But you guys are all just great. You're so welcome. Absolutely. I'm super, super happy. I'm super grateful. Because I feel them very loud and clear. It's like there's a lot of like vibrational feeling. Ah, thanks, Keith. And everyone here does rock. Seriously, thank you guys so much for showing up. This was really fucking cool. And I'm super stoked to do it again. So if everyone was like happy about it, enjoyed it, please give the video a thumbs up. Feel free to comment on it afterwards. Let other people know about the channel. My focus moving forward into 2022 will be building more community here on YouTube. I feel like that's something that is going to be important for me to do. So with that being said, again, I'm going to be letting these candles burn out so that everyone can receive that healing and that clearing. And whatever y'all decide to do for the full moon tonight, have a great time, enjoy, like reap all of those benefits. You deserve it. You've been working really hard for it, and know that there's a lot right around the corner. So sending so much love to all of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And we'll do this again soon.